Hello, welcome to today's video. My name is Olaniro John. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to work with Shape Builder tool in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, what's the function of a Shape Builder tool? The function of a Shape Builder tool is for you to merge, subtract shapes. Okay, what I've shown you earlier is how you sorry for that. What I've shown you earlier is how you can draw shape with Adobe Illustrator. So now we can see how we can combine two or more shapes together to create a custom shape. And with the help of our shape builder tool, it come what handy for us to do so. So now let's get started. All we have to do is to create some custom shape, So now, for example, let's create two circles together. Can easily duplicate this, can join it here. So we have to, let me give it a feel so now you can see what I'm talking about. So for example, now I can add this here. Good. So now basically I have these three different circles, right? Good. But I can make attempt to join these three circles together. How can I do that? With the help of my shape builder tool. And where can you locate the shape builder tool? In your toolbar area. This is it. Okay, and the shortcut is what? Shift M. Okay, the shortcut is Shift M. So all you have to do, align the shapes together, then press what? Shift M. So from here now we can easily join it together. But the reason why it's not joining is because the shape doesn't intercept each other. So I have to move it. So I have to move this one. I have to make sure they are what? They touch one another. So can you see now? Good. So basically we have these now. Good. So I can now press my shift M. So with this now, I can easily merge this shape together. And when I merge it together, what are we going to have now? So can you see what we have now when we merge them together? So basically we have this. Okay, good. And we have a lot of things we can do. Now we are done with that. What if we have something like this? Okay, and you have a triangle. You have to double tap so that you can change the side to what? To 3. I'm showing you earlier how to create a triangle. So can you see now? So let's assume we have these now. I want to match them together also to create what? A custom shape. So all you have to do, highlight the two shapes together, then click on Shift M, then you can easily do this. So can you see now? It's as simple as that. Okay. And it's not limited to that alone. We can subtract some part of a shape. Okay, we can subtract some part of a shape. So now let's use two circles as an example. Then we are going to create a custom shape out of it. So we have this here. So now come here and let's create our circle. Circle. Then duplicate the circle also. Can you see? So let's place it here. With that, we can easily create a more, right? Good. You have to duplicate. So let's have it this way. So can you see now? Highlight it together. Then press Ctrl or Shift M rather. Shift M. Then you delete this part. Can you see? We can have something like this. Okay. We can also delete this part. Then we are left with what? With moon. So can you see now? It's as simple as that. So, and why is this shape important? Okay, as a graphic designer, you might need to make a logo. And when you want to make a logo now, you have a sketch, that is where your shape builders come into place. It helps you to match different shapes together to give you your logo. Okay, so now we are going to do something related to that. I have a sketch I toggled on when I was looking at my sketch pad. I mean my sketchbook rather. So I think I have a logo I illustrated some times ago using Shape Builder too. So we are going to work on it, okay, just to show you how effective our Shape Builder tool is. So now remember what we have been doing so far is just merging the two shapes together. So now let's try to illustrate a sketch. Now let's try to vectorize a sketch using our shape builder tool. So I'm going to import the sketch right now. Just watch me closely and see what I will do. Okay, so this is my sketch. Good. This is my sketch. Okay, so let's reduce it. I'll reduce it. Good. Okay, so can you see now? So basically, I have these now. Okay, I have these. You will see that in this my sketch, I have different thing there, right? If you look at it, I have different circles, right? And I have lines, and I have lines. And what the logo that I need to make is just this painted area. Okay, one thing about me, I likes to paint the hair. I likes to illustrate how my logo is going to looks like. Okay, on paper before I start illustrating at all. So now I know that this painted area now is what is going to stand as my logo. But what I need to do to be able to get this is to create all this area. Okay, so with the help of my shape builder tools now, I'll be able to get this shape out of all these things. So now just watch me closely and see how we are going to achieve this now. Okay, so I'm going to lock this. Before I lock it, let me unlock it back. I'm going to change the transparency to 30. Okay, oh, I think that is, let's leave it at 100. Okay, so good now. So with this now, I'm going to lock it. Okay, so I'll make use of my shape. I believe by now you should know how to create and then a circle shape. Okay, so I'm going to hold on my shift to create a perfect circle that will fit in this size. Okay, take note because proportion is actually important in logo. Remember, this is just to show you how shape builder tools work. Okay, we are not in logo class properly. Okay, just to show you how what shape builder tools works. So now with this, I have this. Good. So I'm going to change it to outline so that I can see what I'm creating. Good. So with this now, I'm going to duplicate it and resize it to the one I have inside there. Okay, duplicate. So I'll show you how to duplicate earlier. Okay, so in case you forgot, this is how to do it. Highlight on the shape, click on Alt on your keyboard, then you are going to see these what? These two shapes, right? Can you see? Good. So you can now drag it. Good. Then you drop it. Then when you are reducing the size of a perfect circle, always hold your shift. If you not hold your shift, yeah, it's not going to reduce in the right proportion. Okay, so can you see what happens there now? Good. But when I hold on to my shift, I'm going to have this. Okay, so basically, good. So can you see now? So I can decide to align the two. So I'll group it together, come to this my two bar area here, then align, make sure they are the center. Okay, good. It's as simple as that. So now because I have this part also here also, I'm just going to align these two and duplicate it. Can you see now? Then I'll need to place it here. Okay, good. Remember that your sketch might not be 100% perfect, so you have to use your what? Your eye also. Okay, do you get it now? So I've actually duplicated this now. I have this. Okay, so I still have this one. I still have this circle here. So I'm going to click on my ellipse tools also, or click on any of these, then drag it. Good. Then I'll reduce it to fit into this area. Okay, so can you see now? Good. So I have it up to here. Good. So now basically this is what I have there. Now you are going to see the function of everything right now. So can you see now? Good. So all I have to do, I still have this hack here, right? Good. This area. And I can easily do that with my conversion tool. But if I need to make it perfect, if I need to make it perfect, V, don't worry, I'll add one anchor point here so that I can be able to drag it. So can you see where my conversion tool now is coming to place now? Even in my logo. Can you see now? Good. But if I want a perfect a perfect curve there, if I want a perfect curve there and I don't want to use my conversion tool, I can still make use of my circle. Okay, because in logo we're always working with proportion. So I'm going to drag this here now. So can you see? Good. Remember the one I'm making use of, this one, right? Good. So I can also duplicate it also, then to have it perfect in this area also. Okay, remember we are working with proportion in logo. So don't let us get it complicated. Okay, so I'm going to delete this area. So because I want you to see what I'm doing clearly. Okay, so I'm just going to rely on my conversion what to, okay, to just trace the curve. So can you see I have it here now? Do you get my point now? Good. So I'm going to still use my conversion tool here, or I can easily make use of this. So remember I said we are working with proportion in logo. Okay, so I can easily duplicate this, then I'll reflect the side. How will I be able to do that so that I can use it in this area? I'll right click on it. I'll right click on it. Okay, I'll right click on it. Then I'll come to transform. Can you see what I'm doing now? I'm trying to change the position of this in order to fit in for this area, and I don't want to use my conversion tool again because we are making use of proportion in what? A logo. Everything you are doing, everything, okay, let me say everything is measured. Okay, should I put it that way? That everything is actually what? Measured. So you have to make sure that what you are doing are correlated. So now all I'm just going to do is to right click on these now. Then I'll click on my transform tool. Then I'll click on reflect. Okay. Then I'll put it to horizontal because I want it to be what? To be here. So I'll just click on OK. Can you see? So I have to right click again, click on transform, click on reflect, then I'll change it to okay, good. So that I can get the curve that I need. So can you see now? Good. So I'll get to place it here now. So can you see now? Good. So all those things that we need left now is just this what? These lines, right? Good. So we can come here to our shape tool and click on what? Line segment. Okay. Or you can easily make use of your pen tool, okay, to create the what, but always remember to hold on your what, on your shift. Okay, so it means that the line I have here is not perfect, right? Good. So I'm going to work on a perfect line. So let's use our line segment now. Let's use our line segment. So I'm going to hold on shift also. Good. So it means my line here is not perfect, so I'm not going to work with that one. So good. So now I'm going to duplicate this to place it here. Good. Then I can easily press Ctrl D because from here to here is measured already, and from here to here has to be equals to from this place to this area. So I can easily press Ctrl D since I've actually dragged it from here to here, so that I can have the what? Equal side. So I'll press Ctrl D now to duplicate it. It didn't duplicate. Okay, so I'll do my thing manually. So now just watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to duplicate this using my hotkey. Can you see? Then I'll wait for something. I'm not sure if this line is actually perfect, so I'm going to delete this. Make sure, take note of some. Oh, it didn't duplicate. Good, because it was supposed to show me an intercept line, okay, that shows that this area, okay, from here to here is equals to here to where I want to drop the new line. Okay, you are going to see that right now. So I'll hold on my hot. Can you see? Good. Intercept means it joins the line here. I was supposed to see a toggle line like this pink now to show that I have equal side from here to here to be equals to here. But since I don't have that, all I have to do is to group these two lines together. Okay, because I can't rely on this my line if it's perfect or not. So and I need to work with the perfect line. So I'm going to group the two together. Okay, come to this align here, give it align vertical align center, then I'll duplicate using my hotkey, then I'll place this one here and the other one will be at this part. So can you see now? Good. So I'm going to take come here and delete this. Good. So now what I need to do is to create another straight line here also, here and here. Okay, so click on this. Okay, good. Then I'll duplicate it also. I'll duplicate it also. Good. So you can see now that we have some what little little error there now. So that means our line is not perfect. So that's one is showing you that your sketch might not be perfect all the what all the time. So but you just have to take note of it and make sure you correct it while illustrating your logo. So that's just a tip for you. So I'm going to copy that to this area also because I need it here. Good. So can you see now basically I've been able to what? Good. So basically now using just my basic shape, I've been able to have this now for my sketch. Okay, so now with the help of my shape builder tool, I can now have a logo out of this. So just watch me what I'm going to do right now. So all I need to do is to highlight on everything. This is our reference. Okay, this is our what? Our reference. So I'm going to work on this. Then I'm going to click on my shape builder what? 2. And the shortcut is what? Shift M. So come to this area also, then I'm going to change it to fill. Okay, I'll take it away from outline, then change it to fill. So what are the area now I need to vectorize that will make up my logo? These are this painted area. So and if you look at it very well, we are from here to here, right? Good. We are from here to here also. Can you see what I'm doing now? Control Z. Can you see I've actually highlighted everything? I've pressed Control Shift M now. So now what I'm doing is that I'm painting the areas I want to merge together as black now while leaving the other part away. Okay, I can easily merge any part, but I don't need it. This is what I want to do out of all these things. Do you get it now? Do you get it now? Good. So look at it now. I'm going to work with this area now to this to give you this. Can you see now? Good. Then this area to this to give you what? This part. Then from here to just this part. Can you see now? Can you see now? To give you this area. It's as simple as that. So now I'm going to have from here also. Okay. I'm going to have from here also to this part. Can you see now? I've actually marked the area I don't need. I'm going to delete that. So can you see now? I'm going to merge it from here to here. Okay. Then I'm still going to what? Join it with this. You get it now? It's as simple as that. Okay. So remember, I still have this area also, right? Good. So I'm going to join these to what? To this. You get it now? I'm going to join it to what? To this. So basically, I've actually have that. Now it remains this down part. So I'm going to mark this now. So basically, can you see how I've been able to combine lines together using my shape builder tool to get a logo out of all these basic shape? Can you see now? Good. So it's as simple as that. All I can just do, let me duplicate this here. I want to duplicate it. Control Z. I'll duplicate it here. Good. So I'll highlight everything and delete the SSCs. Okay. It means all this part that is showing this outline, I don't need them, right? In my logo. So let's assume this is a logo now. So I'm going to delete all these SSCs now. Then I will be left with my okay. So this is just a random what sketch. It's not a particular logo for any brand. So this is just a random sketch. Okay, and with the help of our shape builder tool, we have been able to get out something out of this now. So can you see? All I just have to do is to delete the SSCs. Okay, I'll highlight it, then I'll click on delete. Can you see? So if there is always a need for you to zoom in, you can always do that. So now basically we have this. So using our shape builder tool. So you can see what I'm trying to show you since morning is that your shape builder tool goes beyond just merging or subtracting an area of shape. It can also help you to create an iconic logo. Okay. Do you get it now? Good. So it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So now I want to show you one aspect also of this Adobe Illustrator before we call it a day. Do you want us to call it a day? Okay, so let's continue. So if you come to this object area, there is something like parts here, and there is something like shape here. Okay, what do we mean by these parts? Okay, and I'm going to show you how it works. Let's assume you have a circle. Let's assume you have a circle. Okay, this is a circle, right? This circle has a weight. It has a stroke weight of 10. Okay, good. I'm going to give the stroke a color so that you can see the difference. Okay, then I'll duplicate it. Then I'm going to remove the stroke of this. I'll change it back to 0, or I can just toggle on this. So can you see it's as simple as that? So now this shape actually have a stroke. Why this one doesn't have a stroke, right? Good. So let's assume I want to convert both this stroke and the fill into fill alone. Okay. If I toggle, you will see that. Okay, let me just place this here now. Can you see? You will see that the shape with stroke is bigger than the normal circle, right? Can you see? The shape with stroke is bigger than this, the other one. Remember, they are the same size earlier before I added the stroke to this and removed the stroke of what? Of this particular one. So now, if I let's assume I want to merge the fill now and the stroke together. How will I be able to do that? All I have to do is to click on this, come to object here, click on parts, and click on outline stroke. Okay, so when I click on outline stroke, it makes my stroke a what? A different shape also. Okay, so I can right click on it, then on group. I'll right click on it, then I'll click on group. So see what is going to happen now. It means that we have our stroke separate, and we have our what? Fill separate. Okay, so Control Z to undo. I still want to show you something also. Okay, so I'll duplicate this. Can you see now? I'll duplicate this now. Okay, I'll duplicate this. Then, can you see what I'm going to do now? I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to right click on this, and then I'll click on group. I'll click on group. Okay, can you see now? I've actually clicked on group. So I have my words, I have my field separate, and I have my stroke separate now. So it now gives me two shapes out of what? Out of one, with the help of using this option here. Okay, parts. So now let's assume I want to join these one together now. You remember that I actually they are same thing now, but I separated this and leave this together. So good. This one is separate, right? So it means that we get two shapes from what? From one. We have the outline separate and we have the shape separate now. So let's assume we want to join both the outline and the stroke together. All you have to do after clicking on this outline stroke here under this part, after clicking on this outline stroke here, you can now make use of your shape builder tool, which is Shift M, then just drag it together. So it will now make it one shape. Okay, it will now make it what? A single shape compared to what you have earlier. So how are we sure that this one is bigger than this one? All you have to do, let's change the color of this to white. Remember, they are the same size initially before we do the what? Before we do the modification. So now let's have it here now. Then align. Okay, so can you just see that little difference there? Can you see the little difference there? So that's what your what? That's what your shape builder tool can do, and that's what this part here can also do for you. Outline stroke. Okay, outline what? Stroke. So basically, I've shown you how to work with your shape builder tool here now, how to combine a simple shape, how to subtract shape. Okay, remember we are able to create this moon and by subtracting what a part of this shape, we are able we are able to join this together now to create this. Okay, and from this sketch now, we are able to get this out, right? Using our shape builder tool. So I promise you in this video that I'm going to simplify everything, and that's exactly what I'm doing, video by what by video. So now that is how to work with shape builder tool. So the next thing I want to show you before we end this section is how to reflect a shape. Okay, I've shown you earlier, but I want to teach you practically now. So let's assume you want to reflect this shape now to face this side. What are you going to do? All you have to do is to right click on it. Okay, right click on it, then click on transform, then you click on reflect and you select vertical because you want it to face this side. Okay, if you want it to face up, you're going to click on horizontal. Okay, horizontal, change it to that same position. Okay, so vertical, change it now. So you can now copy. You can place on copy so that you can see the difference. So this one is facing here. This one is facing this what? This side without doing any what? Anything. So and if you want to rotate your shape also, all you have to do, if you want to rotate your shape or any object in Adobe Illustrator, all you have to do is to right click on the shape, come to transform and click on rotate. So you can now what? You can now select the angle. Let's say it's 45. So can you see now? And so on and so forth. And you can also make use of this area that shows this curve line when you click on the shape. Okay, when you click on the shape and you come to these areas now, you see something like corners show. So you can easily make use of this. Okay, so but if you want to rotate it in perfect proportion like 45 degree, 90 degree, all you have to do is to hold on shift, then come to this curve area, rotate. Can you see it give you 45 degree? If you rotate again, still holding on the shift, it give you a 90 degree. Okay, 90. Can you see 135, 180, 225, 270? Do you get it now? So it give you a perfect what? A perfect rotation. So another thing you can still do with this right click with any shape, okay, is under this transform also, is to scale, is to scale. So you can decide to scale your shape in 100 what? Okay, from this 100% now, you can decide to change it to what? To 200% using the uniform shape. So let's copy and see now. So can you see we are able to, so if you need to duplicate a shape now, if it needs to duplicate a shape just by reducing the what? Okay, let's assume we want to create a duplicate of this shape now. Remember when we needed this one inside there, we have to use our what? We have to use our circle shape again, right? We have to duplicate this and reduce it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can easily make use of your scale icon here. Okay, you can easily make use of your scale icon under transform here. Okay, scale, then you can just reduce it. You know you have the first one in 100%, you can reduce this one to 75%. So good. So can you see now? Because I didn't click on copy, that's the reason why it actually reduced. So with this now, you don't need to what? To stress yourself by actually rescaling yourself. You can do that automatically using percentage. Do you get it now? So I think I should show you one more thing under that reflect also. Good. If you right click on any shape and click on transform, you're going to see something like this. Okay, and see how it's going to work. Oh, 45 vertical. Can you see? So it's giving you options to actually what? Customize your shape a bit. Okay, to deform the shape. Okay, so these here options give you access to actually deform your shape a bit. Okay, so it's as simple as that. And when you click on this also, in this your control bar area, you have something like transform here, transform panel. Okay, it's also give you an access to what? To modify your shape. If you click on transform here, this is the share area. If you click on 25%, you see what will happen now. So can you see now? It's as simple as that. And take note, you cannot do it to circle alone. You can do it to any shape, any shape. If I click on this and I click on transform and I click on share, okay, so 56%. Can you see? Can you see what is actually turned my shape into now compared to what I have initially? Okay, and okay, so can you see now? It's as simple as that. So now I hope you learned something in this video. Okay, so this is going to be the end of today's video. See you in the next video.